eyes closed, please. Just see for yourself the effortlessness and the simplicity of this wisdom that you are. As we saw yesterday, just see the truth of these ideas. To be your body, you don't have to do anything but to dress it up. You need to collect dresses, clothes, coverings, are a million kinds. Body, one of a kind. And the body is already with you. Clothes are to be collected. Same way within. To be yourself, the awareness. You don't need to do anything. Effortless, immediate. But to collect the dresses, the clothings of thoughts, a million kinds, you need to perceive. As even for your perception, you need the sense organs to be conscious. You don't need your eyes or your ears, your tongue, your nose, your skin. To be conscious of something, a sound, you need the ears. To be conscious of a form, you need your eyes. For a touch sensation, you need your skin. The taste, your tongue. The smell, your nose. To be conscious, no sense organs needed. Just see that, please. To collect your thoughts, you need to use your sense organs. To be the consciousness. Nothing needs to be collected. Your sense of being already there. Just see that, please. See that, please. To be yourself. Nothing needs to be done. No perception needed. No memory is required. And also, it's effortlessly all-pervasive, expanding in all directions. That is where you have to see yourself. Here, there, everywhere. Consciousness here, there, everywhere. At once all-pervasive. Just as the silence effortlessly everywhere. The sound needs to be amplified. The sounds to reach a distance, it needs to be amplified. Silence effortlessly reaching everywhere. Like a form, it has to grow to expand. A tree has to grow. The mountains have to grow. The desert has to spread. Space effortlessly everywhere at once. A thought needs to be expanded. Yourself, the awareness, at once everywhere. If you want to see for yourself how effortless it is, you don't need any words, a thought. But because of a habit, or you lose yourself in thoughts of many kinds, consciously, you use a series of names to remind you of yourself. Upadrashta, Anumantaj, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara, Paramatma Chapiyukta, Dehesmin Purushapara, Asmin Dehe, in this body, Purushaha, Paraha, Purnatvat Purusha, full and complete. Available all places, all times, all conditions. Paraha. Call it Paramatma if you choose. Each word must remind you of yourself. A word, a thought reminds, do not recreate. A thought reminds, doesn't create something. A thought of a rose doesn't create the rose, reminds. A thought about yourself Paramatma, Upadrashta Anumanda. Each word in whose presence everything is seen, which fills up everything. Varta, Maheshwara, in whose presence all activities take place. Pick up these thoughts. Remind yourself of who you are. But you are aware that no thought is needed, no words, no description needed for you to be yourself. And no words needed to create silence. No sounds needed to describe silence. Silence effortless. As outside, so also within. Thoughts may fail. It may come, may not come. Awareness never fails. Always the same. And through all beings, call it Purusha, Kshatragya, Paramatma, anything you choose. You'll have a million names. One nameless expanse. Awareness that you are. Just see that. Vedeshangavadakramopanishadhi gayandiyam sam dhyānavastitadgatena manasa pashyantiyam yogina Yantam Vinisra Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Just see things for yourself. As time passes, more and more you have studied, you have contemplated, less and less you shall need the words, books and descriptions. Ask yourself the question, are you still in the need of words, books, ideas, to remind yourself about your own nature? Using the words is different. Depending on it is different. Just like you use money and depending on money. Using a car, depending on a car. When you depend, you are like a slave, bound, tied down. You paralyze yourself. You make yourself immobile, no freedom. When you use for its own sake, you are a master. Do you depend upon food or you use the food for your sustenance? You depend upon a particular food, that creates obsession. Food as such, no problem. But a particular type of food, then it becomes an obsession. So ask yourself the question, are you dependent or you are just using it? Same way, words, thoughts, meditations, practices, are you dependent on a practice? Or is it effortless to be yourself? Do you still need a book, a word, a name to remind yourself? Or it is absolutely effortless? More and more you study, and if you are sincerely, if you are contemplative, see the truth of the ideas for on yourself, more and more you study, more and more you discover, you need less and less of it. Even the study also is an activity. To think also, a thought to be brought in. You have to consciously remind yourself. Nothing is needed to be yourself. That is why that Stavakra Gita is so beautiful thing. I think I have quoted you so many times. The person who is aware of himself, Alasya Dhurina, master idler, my ultimate encomium, master idler, the absolute lazy bone, one who vyapare khidyate yastu, unmesha nimesha yorapi, one who feels exhausted, even to open or close his eyelids Opening and closing eyelid is an involuntary action. Involuntary, natural, effortless. Closing and opening your eyelids is not your job. It's a natural, effortless action. Even for that, the person feels exhausted. For the sake of happiness. To be happy, you don't need it to even do that much. Either open or close your eyes. As it is, you are happiness. What to talk of thinking about it, perceiving something, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, grabbing, possessing. Oof. You understand? For your happiness, like for the silence, what should you do? Even a slightest whisper is not needed. Enjoy the silence. What should you say? Absolutely effortless. Even a slightest whisper is not needed. To be yourself, what thoughts you need, what perception you require. But thoughts and perceptions are required for the sake of perception. You want to listen to the birds, use your ears. You want to see something, walk on the road, use your eyes. You can't say, I'm conscious. Don't be stupid. If you are conscious, you are conscious. You may be all-pervasive, but you cannot move a step without your eyes. Understand? That's why such a blessing it is to have a body, a healthy body. Your sense organs to be maintained, body to be maintained as an efficient karana instrument. But to be conscious, you don't need the sense organs. To walk the road, you need your eyes. To listen to somebody, you need your ears. To taste the food, you need your tongue. To enjoy the fragrance, you need your nose. Sights of many kinds, eyes are needed. But you don't depend upon those anymore. There is no more dependent on perceptions to be happy, to be at rest with yourself. Not only seeing a thing, but also a person. Whether it's hearing, touching, tasting, seeing, anything. Don't depend on any of the perceptions. Listen carefully. You don't depend upon your perceptions for happiness. What to talk of perceived object? Are you getting that subtlety? Perceived objects are far away. Even on your perception, you don't need even on your perception, you don't depend for your happiness. Perceived objects are far away. Are you getting that point, please? That doesn't mean you denounce the world, dismiss the creation. No. For my happiness, I don't need anything. For my sustenance, I need everything. How much? You decide. You want to be a billionaire? Work for it. You want to see? For your happiness, you don't need any perception. For your experience, oh, I want to see Amazon, I want to see Africa, I want to see South Pole, North Pole, move. But to see yourself, moving your body is far away. You don't have to open or close your eyes. Are you getting that point, please? Just see it very clearly. Ishvara. So more and more you study, as you go into the text, just see how it becomes less and less it becomes a requirement to be yourself. In the beginning stages, you need all informations, you need it. But then as you contemplate, you are with yourself, you don't need any perception. Read that now. When somebody is listening is so important. If you are ready, you hit it just like that. Not ready, few things are to be done. What are the things? Please read. Dhyanena atmani pashyanti kechidatmanam atmanam anye sankhena yogena karma yogena chapare अन्ये त्वेवम् अजानन्तः श्रुत्वा नेभ्य उपासते तेऽपि चातितरन्त्येव मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणाः ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिदात्मानमात्मना अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे अन्ये त्वेवम् अजानन्तः श्रुत्वान्येभ्य उपासते तेऽपि चातितरन्त्येव मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणाः. Now the purpose of the whole study is to go beyond the fear of death. Atitaranti mrityum shruti parayanaha. Some people, all of these people, rather every person can transcend the fear of death. Listen carefully. It's a very generalized statement, because even though death does invoke fear in average individual, not many people are really remembering death all the time. Nobody remembers. Especially when you are growing and young, death is least of your concern, because a young body, and that is why the young man feels immortal. That's in youth you have got a vicarious confidence, because death means nothing. Death is not within your things to be concerned about. It's far away beyond the horizon. You are yet to listen to these whispers of death. Death doesn't matter. But the death of the body, even though is far away, because you are young and strong, you cannot escape death of million more kinds. Death of perceptions. You are watching the sunrise. You want to see the sunrise. Cloud comes. You want the rain to continue. Rain stops. Just see the simple things. You want the rose to blossom. It doesn't blossom. I'm talking about as a child. million disappointments you encounter. This is ordinary perceptions. You want to listen to music, you cannot. Disappointment. You want to touch something, you can't afford. You want to see a movie, you can't. You want to eat some food, you can't. So your thoughts disappear, your dreams die. So long before you face the death of the physical kind, you are already facing deaths of perception kind and emotional kind. The death of a relationship. When you are young, you are still not related to somebody. A child or a mother dies, the child doesn't know. 4 or 5 years, 6-year-old, the mother dies. Someday he cries, just like an animal. Even the cow misses his calf for a few days, then forgets. You saw our peacock, our 3 so beautiful babies. Somebody took it away. First few days you went crazy looking for them. Now he's lost, again moving around. Most human beings live like that, animals. Especially when you are a child. But when you are young, your relationship starts dying. People whom relating to, they are not dying. They are there. But your relationship, your communication stops. You can't relate with them anymore. And that emotional death you face every day in life. Somebody telling you something which you don't like. You believe in somebody, you are deceived. Deception, disappointment, these are the types of death. So long before you face the death of the body, you are already facing disappointments of million kinds. So mrityum atitaranti, when he say, don't just think about the death of the body. To be alive and well, not only your body must be existing, but also you are emotionally, intellectually, absolutely secured. And that security comes from yourself. If your security comes from something other than yourself, you are insecure. That is why, in the name of gathering securities, you are getting into further insecurities. If you see secured, if you feel secured with more things in life, in reality, you are more insecure than anybody else. A rich man is more insecure than the poor man. The poor man dropping something is easy. Suppose you tell him, get out of this house. I'm not going to appoint you anymore. You can't work here. All right. Anyway, he has nothing to do, so what? He can go. Anywhere he can work because his work is only for his food. But suppose you are having a 200,000 rupee per month job, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 3-4 million rupees per annum, and your whole lifestyle is dependent upon that 4 million. And somebody says, you are fired. You can drop dead. Why? Because you have literally like the octopus, you are spread your tentacles. So many things. My house, my car, my husband, my wife, my child, my friends, my this, my that. Everybody is dependent on that little source of money. So when that dies, source dries up, everything dries up. Your relationship dries up, friendship dries, people go away, your car is finished, the company takes it back, your house is auctioned, you are destroyed. Understand? It's such a paradoxical thing. You think you are gathering more and more securities. In reality, you are gathering more and more insecurities. Are you getting that point, please? In the name of your gathering securities, you are really gathering more and more insecurities. Because that is gone away, that is taken away. You are finished. Please. So to escape that death, what should I do now? Things will never be secured. I can stop depending on the securities. Are you getting that point, please? The objects will never change. They will be limited. Body means aging, body means dying. Relationship means aging, relationship means dying. Money means continuously disappearing. Lakshmi toya taranga bhanga chapala vidyuchalam jeevitam. How beautifully Shankara writes. Pratyayanti gatah punarna divasa kalo jagadvakshaga. Lakshmi toya taranga bhanga chapala. Lakshmi, prosperity, as brittle as the rising and falling of the waves. Now it is rising, now it is falling. You cannot predict what height the waves will come. Now it is rising, now it is setting. Vidyuchalam jeevitam. Living is as uncertain as the flash of a lightning. In one flash you are dead. That is why people say, yesterday I saw, yesterday, 5 minutes before I called him, yes, now he's dead. Yeah, that's what it is. Suddenly. Vidyuchalam jeevitam. Everything is uncertain. So you cannot change the uncertain nature of the object, but you can change your dependence. Are you getting that point, please? What you cannot change is the limitation of the object, but you can change your dependence. Which one is easy? Think. Does it get into your skull? It's very important, please. What should you change? Should you change the nature of the people, nature of things, or you should deal with your dependence? It's just like a baby. What do the babies do? The babies cannot stop demanding the ice cream. The baby will say, I want the ice cream. Cry. Baby, don't. Ice cream is not available. It is now closed. It is now night time. It's afternoon. Market is far away. I want ice cream. It can't stop its demand. What is adult? Adult is one who understands. Ice cream not available. Oh, really? Yeah, it's not available. Haagen-Dazs. I want only Haagen-Dazs. Now you come from Singapore or come from Malaysia or some other country and you say, I want, in India, only Haagen-Dazs. Suppose baby crying, Mommy, McDonald. These foreign babies, NRI babies, they are so used to that. They are so used to that nonsense. They come back here, McDonald. Arey, what McDonald? Where is McDonald here? But he doesn't understand, he's not there. But suppose one 40-year-old fellow McDonald. Now what shall you say? Go to hell. Why? The fellow is supposed to understand. It's not there. So shall you deal with your dependence, or shall you change the nature of the object? Understand. As long as you are trying to change the arrangement outside and then feel comfortable, you shall be permanently pushed into insecurity in life. Because things will be always changing. Whatever is your arrangement, no arrangement is permanent. Are you getting that point, please? No arrangement is permanent. You look from your childhood until now, which arrangement is permanent? Did you continue to be in your school? Did you continue to be with your friends in that classroom? Where are your childhood friends? That was different arrangement. When you're 10-year-old, different arrangement. 15-year-old, different arrangement. Imagine situations in which you are the center. How many different arrangements have gone? Father, mother, brother, sister, one arrangement. You grew up, go to school, another arrangement. To college, another arrangement. University, another arrangement. Got a job, another work atmosphere, another arrangement. Got married, another arrangement. Got kicked out, another arrangement. Child is living, another arrangement. Child is dead, another arrangement. So many people, different arrangements all the time. Still the person doesn't learn. He thinks he can permanently arrange few things. You cannot. Your own body, has it cooperated with you? Are you still the 10-year-old? 20, 30, 40, 50, straight, steady. Losing their capacity. Memories. How many memories you have lost? Think, how many memories you have lost? Still you have survived. So the present memories, you will survive. Change yourself. So, to mrityum aditaranti, transcending the death, does not mean changing the dying things into undying, ever-existing reality. The mortal cannot be changed to immortality. Discover immortality in yourself. That is where comes Atma-gyan, self-knowledge, awareness of yourself. How do I get it? Since I am already immortal, listen carefully. First, remember that principle. I am immortal. Why? Immortality cannot be created. Nasti akrutah krutena. Krutena akrutah nasti. It will come in Mandukya Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, we will see sometimes when it comes. Akrutah krutena nasti. Akrutah means uncreated. Uncreated means ever-existing. Ever-existing thing cannot be created. Krutena nasti, cannot be created by action. Ever-existing thing cannot be created by action. Are you getting that point, please? Why? If it is ever-existing, how are you going to create it? So no action is needed. Tasmat tad vijnanartham gurumeva avigachet. Therefore, to know it, go to a teacher, just like standing in the ashram, you are looking for ashram. The place is already reached, so there is no question of your attempting to reach it. This is the, understand, this is the whole principle. Every time we talk about it, it is exciting. How do you reach a place which is already reached? Standing on the ashram, if you are looking for the ashram, which is already reached, yet you want to reach. What a paradox. How do you reach a place which is already reached? You can't say there are so many ways. So many ways for what? So many ways for reaching the place which is already reached. If there is a distance, so many ways you can reach it. When there is no distance, ignorance creates the imaginary distance. Standing in the ashram, when I don't know I am in the ashram, this ignorance creates an imaginary distance. That is why ignorance goes by knowledge. Ignorance can go only by knowledge. All that we have seen elaborately. When you see yourself, instantaneous. How long it takes you to reach the ashram where you are standing and searching for it? Somebody says, you are here. How long it takes you? Can you say, first I am here, then I shall do something? What is it? When you say you are here, you are here. The teaching is not you shall be here. Tattvamasi, you are that, not tattvam bhavishyasi, you shall be that. No, you are. You are immortal, not you shall be immortal. You are happiness, you are free. Knowledge, instantaneous. If it is so, why is it many people don't get it? Okay, I listen to it, I don't get it. What shall I do? You can do anything you like. Dhyanena atmani pasyanti kechit atmanam atmana. So first thing is Sravana. You listen. This is common denominator. Listen to it first. You can say, no, somebody can sit down and know it. No, cannot. Please appreciate. You must see the logic of it. Just think, friends. Please see. How does anybody ever going to know by himself? Ultimately, you know it by yourself. But somebody must help you to say that is the self. Look, suppose I am continuously experiencing this hibiscus. Continuously experiencing. Okay. But suppose, how do I know this is the hibiscus? You understand the point I am trying to make? A child is experiencing everything, but doesn't recognize anything. Why? Until it is introduced. Are you getting that point? A child experiences everything. Why child? Anybody experiences everything. You are seeing this ashram now. Now, when you are walking down and seeing everything, what is that you miss? Your eyes are open. And there is no cataract, there is no problem, you see everything. But after you take a round and come back, somebody asks you, did you see the sandalwood plant? Sandalwood tree? Sandalwood? I didn't see. Now listen. Did you go to Swamiji's kutia? Yes. Did you see the Singapore cherry tree? Yes. Under this there are 4 or 5 trees? Yes. So everything, yes. But still you don't know you saw the sandalwood tree. So those 4 or 5 plants, yes, that is sandalwood. Oh, I see. This is what. Even though, are you getting that please? Even though you are continuously seeing it, still you don't know. That is why this knowledge. Everybody has the experience of the self because continuously you are experiencing it. But that is happiness. In the moment of happiness, I am experiencing myself. And that indeed is immortality, I don't recognize. I am experiencing happiness. Any moment of happiness, you are experiencing yourself only. Are you getting that point, please? Any moment of experience, you are experiencing only yourself. Any moment of happiness, you are experiencing yourself. You take your food, you are satisfied. You hear something, touch something, taste something, smell something, see something. It's so nice, so nice. That time you are being with yourself. But you don't know that this is the self I am. That is why nobody gives you experience. They give you the knowledge. Are you getting that? Experience is already yours. What people see, the other way around. Knowledge that they give me, experience I don't have. That is the huge mistake. Are you getting that point, please? Experience nobody can give you. Because it is yours. Yesterday we saw that. Upadrashta. Experiencing. Your being is continuous. You are experiencing the flower. Meaning what? You are seeing the flower. The flower can go. Seeing continues. You are experiencing seeing. Listen carefully. 3 statements. experiencing, seeing the flower. Flower goes. Experiencing, seeing the absence of the flower. Okay. Now you are experiencing, seeing. Now when you close your eyes, you are experiencing, not seeing. But because you are not seeing, your experiencing doesn't stop. Your being, your experiencing, your sense of being, one and the same. That continuous. With your eyes, seeing. With your ears, hearing. With your tongue, tasting. With your touch, touching. With your skin, with your nose, smelling. So all these experiences of various kinds, sensation of various kinds can stop. But your sense of being, Anubhava Swarupa, that doesn't go away. Always with yourself. And that is your sense of happiness. But when we have from childhood onwards, when you have equated a sensation with happiness, you take the chocolate, how do you say? Oh, so nice, I'm so happy. You see the sunrise, oh, so beautiful, I'm so happy. Immediately, you are getting that. Every sensation, you have added that name happiness, conditioning. You eat something, oh, it's so nice. You put on a dress, oh, beautiful, I'm so happy. Like this, drive a car, everything. Because you have so much, you are sensation oriented, that is why when people come to religion, disappointed with all these sensations, after some time, the charm of the sensations disappear. Suppose you like honey, please eat honey every day. Morning, evening, midday, you will hate honey. Anything you like, repeat it, please. Just repeat it every day. Anything. It can be exotic food, exotic sex, exotic touch, exotic smell, exotic anything. Repeat it 100 times. 100. You'll be tired of any nonsense because sensation means you have to work on it. If a happiness has to be worked on, it will be tiring. Are you getting that point? Any happiness, if it has to be worked on, it's very tiring. Why does the love and affection becomes very tiring? Because that love and affection depends on only money transaction. If you give me a gift, you get a smile. If you don't give me a gift, you don't get a smile. So for your smile, if you have to go on giving you a gift, after some time I say, I don't need the smile, I don't need the gift. Thank you. Because it's tiring. Are you getting that point, please? It becomes very, very tiring. Because it has to be organized. Sensations are to be organized. A sensation you cannot get unilaterally. Are you getting that? Sense independently you cannot get sensation. Sensation comes from ehi sansparshaja bhoga. Bhogaha sansparshaja. Sansparshat jayate. Any sensation shall necessarily come from the coming together of the sense organ with the sense object. For the sensation of sound, you have to hear the sound. For the sensation of touch, you have to touch the object. For the sensation of taste, you have to push the food on your tongue. For the smell, you have to put the flower in your nose. For sight, you have to open your eyes and sight must be organized. That is why tour. Sightseeing tour. Why? Because sightseeing, if you want to organize a sightseeing tour, you have to go around the world, no choice. It's a food festival. You have to organize it. Perfume garden, organize it. Touches of any kind you like, organize it. Touches of inanimate kind, no problem. Sofa, purchase and sit down. Get up, go. You want to touch a man or woman? It's not that easy. You have to organize it. She is not in a mood. He is not in a mood. Get lost. So you are in trouble. Because all these things have to be organized. So if your happiness is dependent upon this, you are tired, exhausted. You don't like it. Whereas happiness, as such, I am, as it is. So continuously everybody experiencing himself. Knowledge is given. You are that. Understand? When it was revealed, some people, those who are already prepared mind, srutva, anyebhya srutva, they listen to the teacher, upasate, they get it, they abide in that. But some other people listen. That is why two schools of thoughts are there in Vedantic tradition. For one school insists, Sravana matrena jnanam. As you listen, you get. You are standing on the ashram, you are here. How long it takes? Now I listen, later on I will reach. Can you say that? One school says like that. Sravana matrena. The moment you listen, you grab. But that doesn't happen to everybody. Another school says that you listen, Sravana, Manana, Nitidhyasana. The three things can be simultaneous. As you listen, you are seeing it, contemplating, and you seeing it. Very powerful teaching. You hear, you grasp, yes. But when you go back, you can't do it by yourself. So that is the time what happens? Dhyanena atmana pasyanti. You need to do the dhyana meditation. Meditation is not an independent means of knowledge. Understand? For meditation is not an independent means of knowledge. That only by meditation I shall understand what? Only by meditation you will understand what? How do you know there is an immortality? Are you getting that point, please? How do you know there is something in immortality, absolute, all-pervasiveness? How do you know? Just see that there is no teacher, nobody to talk to you. I am meditating. I am sitting quiet. Then what? Oh, it's very peaceful. Right, then? So when you are meditating, it is peaceful. When you are interacting, it is very disturbing. That is why average person's life is. Puja room, saint. Outside, rascal. Understand? Kechit dhyanena pashyanti. What is dhyanam? So when you listen to this, then you take that onto yourself. What should you do? Very nicely say. Dhyanam means, very nicely Shankara writes, so I think I should read it to you so you can easily grasp it. Dhyanam nama sabdadibhya vishayebhya srotradini karanani manasi upasamhratya chintanam manacha pratyak chetayatari ekagrataya yat chintayan tad dhyanam. Dhyanam nama what? Sabdadibhya vishayebhya sabdadini karanani manasi upasamhratya. First, manasi upasamhritya. By your mind, you take your sense organs away from the sense object. Listen carefully. Just see that process. It's not a process, very easy, instantaneous. When does your sense organ go into the sense object? If you close your eyes, no perception. Sit down in a quiet place, sound doesn't reach you. Close your door. Tongue is already closed. Unless you put your food, no sensation is available. Clean place, clean air, no fried food or coffee or dosa. No such smell. Nice. Everything, no touch. Sit down. That is why holding hand and meditating, you understand? Energy passing to each other, nut cases. You understand? I hold your hand, you hold my hand. I hug you, you hug me, you touch me, you touch me. Rubbish. Sensation means what? Then what happens? You like to get a good partner, good-looking partner, right? A good-looking partner, a good-looking meditation, right? So you organize yourself in such a way, you are right in the middle of some nice people, right? Nonsense. It doesn't work. Please, yeah. Why cheating yourself in the name of all this religion and meditation? Nonsense. Think. You sit down. When you are going to die, are you going to hold the hands and die? You die alone. You live alone. You die alone. You are born alone, living alone, die alone. Even surrounded by people. You think your life out. You don't think other people's thoughts. Nor you live other people's lives. You live your life. Nobody can live your life. Nor you can live somebody's life. As long as you try that, you shall be thoroughly disappointed. Anyway, manasi, that manaha, srotradini karanani manasi upasamratya. The sense organs of action, your mind was going out through the sense organ to the sense object. Before you knew about yourself, you are the happiness, you are naturally looking for happiness, your mind moves out. That is why average man is so restless. I want to see, I want to hear, I want to touch, I want to smell. Why can't you sit down quietly in your own place? Any place. The moment you close your eyes, I want to go there. Why sitting here? Go for a walk, tea, read a book, watch a movie. All these suggestions start coming. That is why people feel so restless. But when you are, that is why the teaching, first you must be exposed to teaching. Then only this karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, all these things begins. Or else it will be meaningless, simply sitting for what? Unless you are introduced. If you are with yourself, you are the happiness. That is the immortality, that is the freedom. Oh, how do I see that? Straight away as you are taught, you can grasp it. If you are ready for it. Cannot, sit down quietly. Dhyanena, very beautiful method. It is most commonest, that is why Bhagavan does it first. Dhyanena kechit atmanam atmana dhyanena pasyanti. Some people, hey Arjuna, see this reality for themselves by dhyana. And dhyanam nama, consciously withdrawing your mind from the sense-object world. How do you go to the sense-object world? Through your senses. Listen carefully. Senses do not drag you to the sense-object world. Senses do not drag you to the sense-object world. You travel through the sense organ to the sense-object world. Are you getting that point, please? Your body doesn't take you to coffee shop. Thought demand, I want coffee. I says, I want coffee. Then body has to be taken to the coffee shop. Just think. Without the corresponding thought, can your body move? Think. Who causes your restlessness? I hope you see these things clearly. Because blaming others is such a dirty game. For your restlessness, nobody is responsible. Don't say destiny, karma, God, some is devil, some Satan, some Mara, some nuns. No, you are the devil. Because you are the God also. You must know. So the thoughts comes in, through your sense organ, you take them out. Now you are tired of it. That's why when you are tired of it, then only you can understand the reality. If you are not tired, if still tongue out you are hanging around, you will not understand. It's difficult. Don't come to Vedanta. It will not work. Because your mind is continuously dwelling upon the objects. Nothing wrong in dwelling upon the objects if it is for a usage. If it is for a dependence, you are out. Are you getting that point? See that subtle difference. So when you recognize, you sort of listen to these things, that I am the happiness itself, now I have to see it. So what do? Like, no more I am sending my mind, my thoughts, through the sense organ to the sense object. So, understanding the limitation of the object. Object has a usage, but it cannot give me happiness or unhappiness. That itself counteracts the whole objective world. Appa. Now, When there is no happiness there, shall I send my sense organs to look for it? No. So sense organs are also closed. So world is innocent and beautiful. Now the sense organ is beautiful, closed. Now, thoughts. The thoughts are not a problem. Why? They are just pictures. The thought doesn't push me. I ride the thought to the outside world. Right or wrong? Thoughts push you or you ride the thought. If you don't understand, go gross. Does the car force you to get in there or you get into the car? Does the food force you to eat it or you put the food in your mouth? Same thing, thought. Are you getting that point, please? Was it is external world, that is how it is internal universe. In your world within, all thoughts are innocent. So when you say, that manasi upasamhritya, that mana also, pratyak chetaitari ekagrataya, yat chintanam, tad dhyanam. So from the thought, how far is the awareness? How far is the object from space? How far is the gross object from the formless space? That far is thought from awareness. Chetana. Oh. So everybody, every moment experiencing it, but not recognizing. So when you sit down, you say, true, any moment of peace, I am with myself. Dhyanena pasyanti. Atmanam, atmana. Atmana means dhyana sanskrutena antakaranena. So that type of mind which has gone into this type of meditations, seeing it again and again, pasyanti, they see it in themselves. The teaching is like seed planted. Bas. You can see immediately or you can dhyanena atmani pasyanti. Some other people, Anye Sankhena Yogena. Some people, Sankhya Yoga, Vichara. They need to contemplate. Why need to contemplate? Listen carefully. If you can counteract your thoughts completely, meaning no more consider your thoughts as disturbing, you can be with yourself just like that. But suppose your thoughts are disturbing you, then you need vichara, sankhya. Are you getting that point, please? If your thoughts disturbing you, if your thoughts disturb you, you need to do the vichara as to why this thought. Everybody doesn't need it. Suppose there are some people who are simple believers, very simple believers. They don't need anything. They don't need anything whatsoever. Suppose you say you are the happiness. Must be true, I am very peaceful. I don't know. They don't need logic. They don't need any logic. They don't need any argument. They don't need any discussion. You give them the point, they grasp it. Yes. Very simple people. But in our generation, most people are complicated. Because we are all highly educated people. For everything there is a question. And good, nothing wrong. So if you are questioning, take that questioning to its logical conclusion. Question the questioner. So challenge the thinker itself. Sankhya, vichar. Anye Sankhena Yogena. Sankhya, that is, Sankhya is vichar. Samyak khyayate iti Sankhya. That is Sankhya Yoga. So by which you are doing the vichar, continuous analysis. You do that. Why this thought? What is this I thought? How do this vichara? By yourself can you think about I thought and other thought? First listening. That way Sravana is the foundation. Everybody listens. First you listen. Then for somebody it's very easy if you are mentally ready for it. Other person, you do little contemplation. That is why I told you this morning, no, you have been listening for such a long time. do you feel that you need less and less of this listening to be yourself? Then only it is working. Because even after listening always you are restless, miserable, fighting, useless. You have to work on it. Think God, or else you will be a lovely disgrace for this knowledge. You will talk about happiness, but you are the unhappiest fellow in the world. You talk about freedom, you are the bound one. You talk about the all bliss, you are the most miserable person. Who is going to believe it? Nobody. One student goes to a teacher and he says, I want to share this knowledge. He is very excited about it. Because sometimes when you get few points at your disposal, now you are desperate to pour it out because to impress somebody. It's a type of a restlessness. The teacher says, okay, you can do that, but have you thought over the subject well? I have done it. He said, but why do you so much emphasize on contemplation? He said, all right. Suppose a hunter takes a gun and goes for hunting, but there is no bullet inside. How effective he will be? You take the gun, but there is no bullet inside. Tuck, 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 tuck. Only sound. It will be not effective because the bullet is not there. The wisdom is the bullet. Or else empty gun. Tuck, 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 sound will come, but no explosion. That is why contemplation. First, it must be so effective in your own life. Then only, or else for God's sake, stitch your mouth, cut your tongue. Especially in ashram atmosphere, it's very easy. Why? Because teaching, no. So you also grab somebody and talk to them. The fellow is not wanting to listen, but you do. And the person, suppose some visitor has come or a guest has come, they are captive audience. They are a total captive audience. So the moment the person comes up, hello, where are you from? I'm from others. Oh, you have come for this. This is the best place, knowledge. You must know yourself. The fellow who talks about it, nothing knows. But he has to listen to that garbage. Then suppose, but you have understood it. Very, very difficult. So you have put that idea in his head that he will never understand. Why? Staying here 3 years, you don't understand. So what is he going to get in 3 minutes? So you successfully killed a visitor. Understand? Successfully you can kill people. You can totally destroy their interest. Why? The person who is exposed to it for years, still insanity, mad. And how is he going to talk? You looking at you, they shall say Vedanta is useless. It's a wrong conclusion. It's like a person doing yoga with this much of belly only. So suppose the one person who says that I am doing yoga, what people will say? Must be. What do yoga do? Anna yoga? Are you doing some food yoga? Why? I am doing yoga with this stomach. And I have breathing trouble. Pranayama I do every day 3 hours, but I have got breathing trouble. Perfect. Must be. What nonsense. It should work in your own life. The first thing is listening. Then you take over. Hey, what is happening? Vichar. Sankhya nama. Guna maya drushyaha. Aham tebhya anyaha. Beautiful. So Sankhya Yoga also. Guna. Guna means guna maya drushyaha. They are seen by me. All the gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas, different types of gunas, different types of thoughts seen by me. Aham drashta. Kevalo drashta, kevalo nirgunascha. Sakshi drashta, kevalo nirgunascha. I am sakshi. Witness never gets affected. Nirguna, formless. No description. So it is some people, anye sankhena yogena. Some people do the vichara, they see. Karma yogena cha pare. Some other people do the karma yoga. Why? Some people can fix it at the thought level itself. By doing vichara, you can fix at the thought level itself. Other people need to act on that thought and get ready for the result. Karma yoga. Are you getting that point, please? Some people can, the thought level itself. Suppose you have got a coffee trouble. Just an example. Suppose, I know I am happiness, but coffee, oh God. Then I think it out. This is just a thought. Anytime I take a coffee, this thought goes. So am I happy with the coffee or the absence of thought? Absence of thought means presence of myself. So I am happy with the absence of thought or with presence of myself? It is presence of myself. Vichara. You don't need to do anything. But some people cannot do at the level of the thought only. Because for a long time, thought means action. Understand? For most of the people, thought means action. Why you cannot keep quiet? Why do you shout? When a thought comes, you have to talk it out. That is why only when you try to keep quiet, you know how compulsive you are. Sit down in a room, and this room I shall stay for 2 days, then you will know how your hands and legs will be going crazy. Just like a drug addict. Withdrawal symptom, body goes crazy, you sit down in one place, see. Close yourself in a door for 1 day and see how restful you feel. It's so restlessness, it transforms itself to the physical body and the body becomes restless. That is why some people cannot keep quiet. If they are supposed to keep quiet, they will be talking to themselves. Because he's talking, mind is talking. Talking. No, I'm not talking, I'm singing. Another thing, same thing. You know, I'm continuously singing. Continuously singing what? If you don't sing, you think world will collapse or what? Just think. Compulsive. Oh, I never speak anything. I don't talk anything. But my hands and legs are talking. You understand? My mouth is closed. But my hands and legs are doing the continuous talking. You can't keep quiet. You think hands and legs are not a speech? Your hands and legs are also talking, doing the talking. Go there, go here, go there. Your eyes are doing the talking. Maunam does not mean stitching the mouth. Maunam means all sense organs stand still. Fasting does not mean fasting the stomach. Fasting the stomach also. Fasting means no perception also. No see, no taste, no touch, no smell, no sight. Nothing. Shivaratri, when you say fasting, no food, but everywhere go like all this. Vaikuntha Ekadashi, some people do that task. Games. Shivaratri night is spent on the card game. Why? Keeping awake. What does it mean? Understand? So you cannot keep quiet. If you cannot keep quiet, karma yoga. What you will do? Karma yoga na chapra. Consciously act on. I know I am the happiness, but this thought is pushing me. All right, let me go consciously for the coffee. Good? Fantastic. Not good? Okay, God's grace. Vichara. Accepting the result as it is. So you, antakarana suddhi, you express your thought and you are not reacting to the result of action. You see it again and again. Consciously you do that. Karma yogena chapare anyetu evam ajanantah. There are some people don't know dhyana, no sankhya, no karma. Anyebhya srutva upasate. They listen to somebody and they upasate. Okay. Go on listening. Somebody does the thinking for you. and you see it for yourself. But ultimately you must think for yourself. Anye shrutva anyebhya, listening to others. Then what do you do? Upasate, do upasana. You listen to somebody, but you must think it out for yourself. We are doing it all the time. We don't know mathematics. We go to the school. When the teacher is teaching mathematics, unless you see what the teacher sees, can you be a mathematician? Unless you see what the physics teacher sees, can you be a physicist? Same thing. Unless you see what the teacher teaches. That's why teacher must teach the right thing. All these things are taken for granted. The teacher is good. So the teacher is goofy. He will put into practices. Hold your nose, stand on your tail, hug somebody, dance somebody, do something, do that, look at this, look at that, look at this color, look at that color. Am I talking about myself or I am talking about some dependences and practices? Then you become guru dependent. Previously you were husband dependent, wife dependent, money dependent. Now you are guru dependent, God dependent, religion dependent, practice dependent. What way it is better? Think of it. The person must see for himself. So sutva anyebhya upasate tepi, they also. Anyebhya sutva upasate, listening to others, they also get liberated. What to talk of? Tepi, they also. That means what? What to talk of? The person who can contemplate independently. Even listening to somebody else, they are liberated. What to talk of a person who can think independently? Meaning, you have that capacity to continuously listen to yourself. Listen. Continuously listen to a teacher for years. Or, if you are, even little things what you have heard, if you are continuously contemplating upon it, do you understand you are continuously listening? Contemplation meant was, whatever you have listened to, you are chewing on that. So, it's listening continuous or no? Somebody needs 100 different points every 100 different days. One person takes few ideas and goes on working on it. Which one is comfortable for you? You choose. Everything is fine. For antakarana suddhi, for the preparation of yourself, anybody can see anything. You can do dhyana, you can do vichara, you can do karma yoga, you can listen to people, you can listen to once and work on it. Which one you like? Anything is fine. Suppose one person, I cannot do none of these things, suffer. Let him. What else can you do? The person will be miserable. No choice. He has to see the truth for himself. No choice. Anyebhya sutva apasate. Tepi aditarantiva mrityum shruti parayana. So shruti parayana. See that? Shruti parayana. As the Shruti says, Upanishad, Vedanta, as in the describe. The teacher reveals it. Krishna himself is the proof. Arjuna by himself could have, Arjuna also intelligent, he could have studied by himself. Why Krishna talking to him? Scripture tradition is there. Teacher is needed, one who knows it. Then passes on. Not to make it Shastra dependent or Guru dependent, but make the person independent, so that even you think it out for yourself, you are independent. Just like you take a driver. When you go to learn driving, you take the instructor into your car. For how long? Until you learn driving. If the instructor hijacks your car, dangerous. You allow the instructor until you drive. Once you drive, instructor drops out. Exactly like that. You have to allow the teacher to get in. But no teacher must hijack your life. You learn to drive your life. You enjoy your life. And once the teaching is over, teacher drops out. Na gurur naiva shishya chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. Neither there is a guru, nor there is a shishya. No teacher, no disciple. There is only one Shiva, one absolute reality. Iti mrityum taranti, everybody crosses the death of what? Death that comes once in a lifetime, body. That fear is not there, because you are immortal. And these relative deaths, which are continuously coming every day, every moment. Now you will face a death now. Class comes to an end. You will face the death of the end of the body, end of the Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter ended. Gita will be finished. Course is finished. Your trip is over. Are you getting that? How many deaths you are facing? 5 days camp is over. Breakfast is over. Lunch is over. Death. Tea time over. Each time is a death. You are facing it, death. When shall you suffer? Oh, I don't want the class to end. I don't want the tea to end. I don't want the camp to end. I don't want the class to end. I don't want this course to end. I don't want this life to end. What is the difference? Are you getting that point, please? When you are happy with yourself, you enjoy everything as long as it lasts. As long as it lasts, oh, fantastic. Why? I'm happy with myself. And when it's gone, gone. Why? That is how it should be. If it doesn't end, something wrong with it. No. That's why you enjoy living, you enjoy the end. Everything is beautiful. Mrityum devi taranti. Such people, how they live their life, we shall see in the afternoon. Read, close your eyes, please. See for yourself. Whatever suits you, or all the 5 you can take for yourself. Dhyanam, Vichara, Sankhya, Karma Yoga, natural. Listening to somebody, contemplating. Just use anything you like. But ultimately be yourself. And let your dependence go. You cannot remove the object. You can dismiss the thoughts. But you take away your dependence. You are with yourself. Thank you.